This video is going to show you how to take the design that we created in Chat GPT and how to create a product with it ready to shove through to either your Shopify or your Etsy store. So the first thing you'll do is when you come into the app, on the left hand side you'll see products. What you want to do, click on products. It'll bring you to this screen where all your designs will be viewable once you've created some. And up here we've got create personalized design, create a stock item and create a fixed design product. This fixed design is if you're doing something that's got no personalization on, it's just an image upload, you can use that for simplicity. A stock item is if you're putting something on your store that's just a stock item, which very rarely gets used. And this one, create personalized product, is the one that you want to click. So once you click it, we'll go through to women's necklaces and we'll do the eternal heart. So this one pops up, it gives you your area where you're going to create your design. So you want to do start designing. Well, we've already got the image, so what you need to do is if you click on add image area, it's going to immediately put the full image there and give you this screen. Now, because on this one the customer's not uploading any images, what you want to do is just upload your artwork. If you click to turn consumer image off there, then you can upload the image that you've created. You can either upload it from your desktop or from the image library. I'm going to get it from the desktop, which is here, and this will pop this design up here for you. So that all looks good. Because I've made it 969 pixels by 969 pixels at 300 dpi, it drops perfectly in there. So what you do then is click next, and then what I advise you to do is just lock this layer because it's a background layer and you don't want to catch it and move it. Now what you want to do is you want to add your text on there where the customer is basically going to add their own personalized text, and you're going to go here, add text layer to do that. So if you click on there, add text layer, where I start is I put text in here, what we call the placeholder text, and that will say enter your text here. So I know that's 20 characters long, and you can see it's created that text there. You can vaguely see it there, but it puts it in the center. So what you want to do then is just grab these at the edge, just pull it roughly to where you think you want it to go, which is roughly about there. Now what this is going to say here is maximum characters. I think we're probably going to get away with 24 characters on there, so you don't want your characters coming into here. So what I'm going to do is if you click here on positioning, click there, and you can basically just center that text there so you know it's center. You've got room for 2 at either side there. That's 20 characters long, so you've got 24 characters. Here in all these settings here, you can see the width of your box there. You can make that smaller or larger. You can move it up and down slightly here. So I personally think that needs to drop about there. So if we click back onto basics there, now I'm going to do a separate video for fonts for you, but for this video here, where you can create your own fonts groups and everything, is if you click manage here, there's a whole section for you to set up your own font groups, upload your own fonts and all that. But I'll do that in a separate video. I've created a font group with my most commonly used signature fonts, which is there, and the one I'm going to use for this is going to be Sinsel. So what I do is I don't want the customer to be able to select options on the fonts, so I click this button here that says fixed, and that fixes it. And what that means is the size will be a default size and they can't change it. You can start playing with auto size text in the area, which would make it smaller and larger, but that's more complicated stuff, and again I'll show you that in another video. Now what you also need to do is you need to set the colour of this text to go with the design. So I made a note of the colour, so I'll enter that now as a hex code. So to do that, you'll come down here, click on colour picker, drop it in here, and then if you put hex and paste it in, just hit enter, and you can see this box colour changes and your text colour changes here, and just click fixed. So you fixed that so the customer can't change the font, and you fix this so the customer can't change the colour. Now if you come across here onto configurator, right, this is what I do, and again everybody's different. I'd like the consumer, the person that's buying it, the customer, to not have the ability to change too much on the text. So if you left all these turned on, this means they can move it, they can resize it, they can rotate it, transform, alignment, etc. So I turn all of those off when I'm creating the product, but the one I do turn on is mandatory. That means they can't order it by mistake on the website without actually putting some text in there. And then what I do here is I change this to enter your text, and that's what the customer will see on the screen. Next to the box where they enter the text, it will say enter your text. So once that's done, click next, and there you've got it. You've got your layers, you've got your personalization. What you want to do now is move on to mockups. So if we click mockups, now what we've done here is we've got static mockups in, all these fixed designs of the jewellery, and they come all the way down to this features card. And then what we find is you don't want on your store the same image for every single one that you put up there. It looks a bit robotic if you do that. So we offer you all these different ones down here. So what I tend to do is I'll just use different ones when I create designs. So I'll turn all these off, or you can, if you want to, if you get creative in Photoshop or Canva or in Chat GPT, you can create your own using these blanks. We've got blank mockups for you. You can add the card and you can create your own designs with backups on, and then you can upload them here. So you don't have to use all ours, but you can if you want. So the next thing to do, click next step, details. Again, we've got a standard description that's in there that's pretty good, and it's keyword loaded, but for this we're just going to put eternal heart example. This will be the title that appears on your Shopify or your Etsy store, although you can change that when you push the product to Shopify. And if you want to add a tag here, you can add some tags, and these will be used and pushed through to both Etsy and to Shopify. So now what we do is we click create, and that's going to go away and immediately start creating your product with all the mock-ups. And because there's quite a few mock-up, I don't know, it takes a couple of minutes. You can see it's starting to do them now. So if I click on the product, you can see these are all being generated and all being published here. Now, if you try and add that to the store, if it's still generating the mock-ups, even though you can see them, it might be generating them in the background, it won't let you. If I click add to store on there now, it won't let me. So it sometimes takes a couple of minutes just to fully generate them all. But that basically is how you create a simple design using the image from Chat GPT and then creating it in the app. What I'll do now is the next video is I'll show you how to push this to Shopify. Now you've got it created. Thank you.